Real adult friendship doesn't sound like we all have busy lives. Real adult friendship sounds like, hey, as life gets busier, how do we make sure we sustain this relationship? Because you are a part of the busyness in my life. I hear a lot of discourse around friendship, and one thing that I'm noticing is something that a lot of people are not being honest about. And it's the lack of priority and planning that we make when it comes to friendship. Okay, truth be told, we treat friendships like placeholders in our lives. Okay, you see that because a person will plan for a partner, a wife, husband, children. They'll plan for a job. They're willing to relocate. They're willing to plan financially, mentally, emotionally, even physically for these relationships or people or things that they don't even have yet. While their friends are in their life, they're not making plans for the future with their friends. Okay. And it sounds very virtuous and also fleeting and something that's intangible to say, oh yeah, we just grew apart, or yeah, we all have different lives, so it just happened. Truth be told, a lot of friendships fall by the wayside because of lack of priority, not just people growing. Because truth be told, if we were growing, if we were doing that inner work, our relationships universally would look a lot better and they'd be much healthier. All right. But the truth of the matter is we treat friends like contract workers. Okay. We treat them like underpaid and overworked employees in our lives. We think our friends work for us in the sense of, hey, you should be here through my most pivotal moments in life. You should help build me up to be ready for that partner, to be ready for that job. And when those things come along, well, you're no longer needed. Okay. You're out of work until further notice. And when things go awry, yes, I expect you to be there. And you should be there because that's what a friend does. Okay, this whole thing that once a person gets into a relationship, it's normal for your friendships to fade. It's normalized. Okay, emotional dependency or codependency is not really a normal thing. It's just been so populated in terms of how we function in life. If you really want to get honest about your friends, have that conversation. Just ask a simple question. Hey, as life gets busier, how are we going to make sure we sustain our relationship? And there's your answer. Okay, stop letting a collective who doesn't know how to do friendship tell you what friendship is. Okay. Most people don't realize the amount of work it takes to be a solid friend because they are not the person that's doing the work to make sure that they are one. The solution is to prioritize people who plan like you are a priority in their future. Real adult friendships say, hey, as life gets busier, how do we make sure that we survive the busyness? It's just information.